Hi everyone, welcome to the final part of the three-part series with Jersey Finance, looking at trends and challenges within the hedge fund market space. Today I'm joined by Elliot Refson, Head of Funds at Jersey Finance. Elliot's role is focused on defining strategy and execution of marketing Jersey as both the domicile and destination for hedge and private equity management companies and funds. Welcome Elliot, thanks for joining us.
Morning Roy.
So today we're looking at Brexit and market access. Brexit means Brexit, or out means out, I suppose, if you want to say, and that includes the UK's exit from the single financial market. That and the pandemic can probably have come at a worse time for everyone to deal with in this financial industry. But how has Jersey's funds, I suppose, funds industry fared with the context of Brexit?
Our position around Brexit is simply no change. Jersey's independent of both the UK and the EU, as a result of which we were able to bridge the gap between the two parties in the pre-Brexit world. And this is exactly the case in the post-Brexit world. From a marketing perspective, we have almost 200 Jersey-based fund promoters marketing into both the EU and the UK, which is a number that's doubled over the past 5 years. More widely, according to the 2020 Monterey report, Jersey AUM broke the 500 billion mark for the first time. This represents growth of 66% over 5 years and 125% over 10 years. In fact, at the end of 2020, AUM stood at a record $521 billion, and we saw above average growth in 2020. So it really is business as usual.
Correct. And to what extent is market access an important factor when in domicile selection, do you feel?
Well, I think market access is a key element in domiciliation. It's a question of horses for courses. If you want to market on a pan-European basis or to the retail market, then you'll need to almost certainly use another European jurisdiction under the full scope of AIFMD or UCITS, under which circumstances you'll be under the scope of those regulations wherever you market. This is their unique edge. Jersey does not have a retail funds regime. In Jersey, the key element of our European product offering that sets us apart is our opt-in, opt-out approach to AIFMD. Being outside of the EU means that Jersey is out of scope of the directive when targeting investors from the rest of the world. Within the EU, Jersey has excellent long-standing bilateral relationships with its member states on several levels: on a governmental level, at the Commission level, on a regulatory level, and through specific bodies such as ESMA and the Code of Conduct Group. In terms of financial market access, Jersey has, in its own right, long-standing market access arrangements via the national private placement regimes with the member states of the EU. On the other side of the Brexit equation, Jersey's access to the UK market via the national private placement regime is guaranteed. At the same time, Jersey is also approved to be in the first round to receive the third country passport when it is granted, with private placement remaining for a 3-year period from that date. And that future-proofs our independent position. But there's a very specific reason why the national private placement regimes matter and why they are strongly supported by industry across the world, as highlighted in KPMG's pre-AIFMD2 report. And the reason is that by the EU's own statistics, only 3% of all alternative investment fund managers are registered to market in more than 3 European jurisdictions, which makes our private placement regime a more cost-effective, a faster, and a far more efficient solution outside of the full scope of AIFMD. And that is our edge.
Great. And interested to know, are there any other different drivers to domiciliation across different geographical markets at all?
Look, there are certainly pockets of different drivers, such as the retail UCITS model, but I think more broadly, it boils down to stability and robustness.
Great. And how important do you think is it now, I suppose, for Jersey to demonstrate global capability in that to that regard?
It's absolutely critical. We at Jersey Finance have and are executing a funds business plan to diversify our footprint by geography and by asset class. And that is based squarely on our ability to demonstrate global capability.
Great. Thank you for that insightful update there, Elliot. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. And take care.
Thank you, Rory.